Oi! Waycrest!
Who is it? Let's see who that was. Who is that? I went to the front door and see who that was. It was quite surprising to hear such a booming voice. Suddenly.
Hello?
Hello?
Mr. Waycrest.
Who's this? Who's speaking?
Timothy.
Timothy from Amici Novi.
Yes, that is I. Hello.
You're the man who gave us the details on the car. I remember now.
I did. I'm the car detail man. That is I.
How can I help you, Mr. Timothy?
Well, I'm here to do some talking with you about a critical situation.
Let's hear it. Let me just get down this infernal ladder.
Hold on, I'm going to close the door. Oh God, I'm outside. Oh God, now I've been locked inside. Oh God, get out of here. Get down on the ground.
I'm getting quite a headache. One moment. Let me.
You all right?
I get migraines every so often, and I lags the body. Would you say that? I will be over there in a jiffy. One moment, Mr. Timothy.
All right.
I ran into the door, Mr. Timothy. It's quite the jog through this place.
Good.
Almost there.
Good. Hello.
Make it to the gates for you. Where is it? You caught me in the nick of time, Timothy. I had just woken up. Oh, sorry, Timothy. I thought I was speaking in my head.
What? Hello.
You've caught me in the nick of time. I was just waking up.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I went to all the bars in Chernogorsk, and you weren't there. I thought you had taken up residence in a bar, but I had passed this place on the way in, so I thought I'd come check once more.
I see people have a lot of if they forget where I'm located after I tell them. They thought I was on Electro for a bit. Some of them did, and they only found me because at night time I have lights on for everyone to see in the distance.
Oh, I see. Well, yes, it was daytime, so I don't know if the lights would have worked, but it is what it is. We're here now. Hubbub, lubbub. Nothing useful.
Oh, this goddamn lock. It's almost oh, here we are. A couple more, and voila.
Hello.
Come on in. Let's get you out of the cold gateway into
It was rather cold outside as well, yes. Oh, I've got quite the tale to tell. Good, it's been a long one.
Join me at the bar then. We can have a good conversation while over a can of noodles or something. I'd offer you some shots, but unfortunately last night was fight night, and the bar is cleaned out of alcohol.
Oh, I see. Is this the bar here?
Yes. Would you like? We have cereal. We have rice. We have mushroom. We have canned sardines, spaghetti, peaches, beans, powdered milk, if you need that kind of thing. Tomatoes that have been boiled. And we have a field shroom. I wouldn't eat that though. I think it might be poisonous.
I'd like to try the field shroom.
All right then. Living on the risky side. We are.
Yes, we are in the apocalypse, however. All right, here we are. Let's try the field mushroom. Anyhow, I'll tell you after this.
I'll eat a Benny.
What?
I'll eat the Benny here. I know it's edible.
What the heck is that?
It's a mushroom.
Benny. I see. Well, I've quite the tale to tell, and it is not one that I am proud of. Mr.
All
Westcott. Not proud of it.
right.
I was walking. Oh, whoops! Fell down there. I was walking today. Well, I was driving today, and in my car, I got lost. I got lost in the wilderness. As I was walking, a fine gentleman walked up to my. He also is driving. Much like these bars are separated, our cars are separated, and well, that man was Leon.
I know a
Now,
Mr. Leon.
Yes, Mr. Leon drove up next to me and started conversating with me. I was very surprised at how trusting he was. So, Mr. Westcott, I'm going to admit this to you and only to you. I grew up in a rather low-income family, and, well, we scraped what we did to get by. And when I got out of the car, I may have perused into his little car and took something out. I later found out that that thing was meant for you. So, my conscience. I have a friend in Mr. Westcott, and I don't know Mr. Leon. So, aside, a friend of my friend should be my friend. So I make the drive. I load everything into my car. I'm ready to drive down, and I crash it. I crash it right into a tree. So frantic. I crashed. I'm happy to be alive. Crashed it into a tree. So I decide, well, my mission is not over. I must deliver this to Mr. Westcott to make right my bad decision.
Mr. Waycrest. Sorry. It's to correct you there.
What? What did I
Mr.
say?
Westcott, I believe. Mr. Waycrest.
I said that. You need to get your earrings stick, Mr. Wayscott. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm an old man. Waycrest. All right. Past it. I hate being old. Anyhow, your body shuts down as you get older. Here it is, all right? I've got the item. I brought it all the way down. And I know that it's probably late, but it's here. And I don't know. I don't feel right having it myself.
Well, I appreciate it. If you want, I'm good friends with Mr. Leon, and perhaps I could take you up there for you to apologize to him. I'm sure if you're in my company, he won't kill you for your thievery, but at least the deed is done. You've returned it to the rightful owner. Now, Mr.
Yes, well, I think the thing is that Mr. Leon's friends. I think Mr. Leon would be fine, but I think his friends may be a bit disgruntled as they were there to defend
I will vouch
him.
for you since we are good allies, Mr. Leon and I, and his friends. If they cause issues, they'll put a separation between us. Perhaps we can, like gentlemen, put ourselves in the right zone. But I perhaps will be wary of you in the future. But I believe we could probably come to terms together. What don't you think, Mr.
Yes, I'd
Timothy?
rather be a negative acquaintance than an enemy. You know, that's
Right.
that's what at least I try to do in my later years of life. Early life, I did quite a few mistakes, and I let the best get the better of me.
Okay, so we agreed then for me to bring you to Mr. Leon for apologies, or would you like to do that
Do
at a
you think
different
they're
time?
home?
We can check. I was just gonna drive there. Can you close the door, please? My hands are quite full.
Oh, certainly, yes. I didn't know that they lived near here. I had no idea, and I had no idea where your cars were either, so couldn't really figure that out either.
If you could, also get the door
There's close
closed.
this one as well.
It's it's
I'm the doorman now.
there's a little notch in the way in the door there somewhere, so you should be able to close it. Right. There should be like
Yes, yes, yes. Well,
I'll do it.
all right, yes. Yes, you handled.
One moment.
Yeah, as an old man, your eyes get red.
I hear.
Oh, God!
I'm still a young 57. I still have plenty of the muscles, but I've noticed
You could be my son.
I'm starting to realize
77.
I'm starting to realize things are starting to take effect. But I still have my dark hair, at least. But soon, I believe, I'll be graying, probably mid-60s, I believe. I have a couple gray hairs in here, but I have powerful genes, so to say.
Well, yes, are they nice? They look nice.
I mean, genetically.
Oh, genetics. All right. I thought you were doing a side comment about your clothing.
I have very nice taste in clothing. No, I do admit to that, Mr. Timothy. Here we are.
What? Sorry, what? Sorry, we blacked out there. What?
I said I have very good taste in clothing, Mr. Timothy.
Oh, true. I agree.
It's all about the reputation and the image I uphold. It's part of my power play, I suppose.
Yes.
As many as other things, image is one part of a ever-evolving puzzle. I install this really quick before we head out via vehicle. It's raining quite hard. I'll let you come in. I don't let many people back here. It's usually employees only, but since you're here with the head honcho, that is me, you're welcome to come back here.
Well, Mr. Head Honcho, could a please you got back here?
We try to make it as good looking as possible. Now, you're not going to steal from me, are you, Mr. Timothy? I'd be unfortunate. Because I do warn you, I'm not a man to be trifled with. I like
yes, that's so.
Yes. Security may not be here at the moment, but we have 8 men strong. The security force.
I like that. Strength in numbers.
Yes, exactly my thoughts, exactly. Alright, and I have one more I need to install, I believe. It's in a car back here. See, my boys have been busy lately. The rain is coming down quite hard today. It's quite very dreary.
The world is crying.
That should do us good now. We were having quite the issue with supplies of crates and so on, but I think these gun racks will do the job for us in the future.
I think these will help very much.
I'll really put one more gun on there, I suppose. I'll put the new one. And voila. We're done. Should we be on our way then?
I like it.
Which make
Yes, we shall.
make haste. And you said your car's had an accident. It's unfortunate.
Yes, my car is gone. Don't know what happened to it. It's gone forever.
We take the one that is not missing doors, because the missing doors equal an unfortunate wetness inside the vehicle.
No one likes the wetness.
Alright. This thing sounds quieter than I remember.
Yes, I don't like it. I miss when my car had oomph. Well, I miss my car in general, but now there's some quieter oomph, you know?
I think one of my boys did a bit of a tune-up and made the engine purr very, very neatly.
Yeah, I might rip off the exhaust of the next car I get, just to make it a bit louder.
This would probably be the idea to go with me. Just close the door behind us.
Oh, yes, true.
All right, time for a journey. Hopefully I can find my way out now, because they did add some new worlds here. Made it a little difficult to navigate through my own, I guess, my own fortifications.
I see. And how far away does Leon live from you?
He lives up in the towers. He's not very far at all. It's probably about less than a 5-minute drive.
The towers, eh? The towers of where?
Above Cherno. He lives in a school up there. He's got
Dubkey or Novosilky? Which one?
I have the two confused.
God.
We scrape the bottom occasionally there. Pardon
God.
me. It's just one of those headaches I get. We're perfectly safe.
We've been drinking a little bit too much.
I mean, last night was fight night, and I did drink quite a bit last night, so it's more of a hangover, Mr. Timothy. But I assure you, I tend to stick in the first gear because, you know, the roads are slippery with rain, and I like to, I might need to take a moment for these headaches to subside. They don't happen very often, but when they do, they hit with a vengeance.
I see. I felt that.
Yes, but that's why I drive carefully. I don't remember that cop car being there. That's interesting. And if the police are returning, I believe we need to turn around, actually.
Well, I'm in the market for a new car. I lost mine today, very, very sadly. It caused my pride and joy. I feel empty without it.
It was a very nice car. I would like one of those myself, actually. I think it fits my style a bit more, but I can't complain what I find. But I will keep my, actually I might know where one is. Somebody was trying to fix it up, but I like to think it's first come, first served. If they leave it out there for a couple of days, you never know.
Was it on the outside of Electro?
No, it's actually up the way we're going, near the towers. It's the ones right in front of us. You can see them on the skyline a bit. There's a bit of a glow still in the sky.
Yes.
It's near those ones. Probably right in front of them. It's the same white sedan as you've seen earlier, or Oogla, whatever they're called.
You're gonna want to shift up, sir.
Yes, the car is a bit quiet. It's become a bit silent, so it's hard to hear when I need to shift sometimes.
Yes. I agree. They have the same problem.
It's quite improving. I can at least hear my thoughts, and I can hear my comrades in the vehicle with us, and we can have many conversations on the way. I was gonna make a joke though. Perhaps I could find you a vehicle in the red zone, and I can send you out there to fix it yourself. That'd be quite cruel. You on your own, which is business, and it wasn't cruel at all. We had all the supplies on us, and we made the trek eagerly to retrieve said merchandise.
Yes, I remember that joke rang true whenever I sent you to Cabanino.
I was in Starry Sabor actually.
Yes. Wait. Oh yes, and then Cabanino after that. Yes. That's the next city over. That's
Yes.
the route I used to take. Whenever I had Bessie.
Pardon me. I like to break whenever the headache comes on, just in case.
You see, you don't want to crash into these trees, huh?
Yeah, it'd be unfortunate. I'm an idiot. I usually leave with extra parts in the vehicle to fix it. That's why you always see my vehicle. So, and when I parked it there, I don't know if you've seen the inside of it. I think the trunk was closed, but I always keep spare parts inside of it just in case. Fucking hell! These headaches are supposed to end anytime now because they don't usually last this long, and it's very upsetting.
You see, I'm sorry that your head's hurting.
I take very good care of my body, and I shouldn't have this issue.
Yes. Isn't it frustrating? Old age does you poorly.
Hopefully, it's not sickness coming on.
Well, I have a question. If you've driven many a car, let's say that you end up crashing the car too many times. Does it just stop working altogether? Is that a thing?
Eventually, you just absolutely destroy the engine, and the engine is if it's dented to all hell. I'm surprised no matter the amount of hitting you do to it won't fix it. It's
Yes.
after a
I
while
think
the
that's
frame.
What happened to my. Yes, I think that's what happened to my Olga. All the things were fine, and it just wouldn't turn on anymore.
Are you sure, Mr.
She
Timothy?
quit
You aren't
on me.
becoming senile, are you? That'd be unfortunate.
What? What do you mean?
If you're crashing your car all the time, you might be becoming senile.
Well,
forgetting
no,
where you
I
are.
think it's less than it could be my hips. My hips. I am becoming a little bit senile, but I think it may be more that I like to live life on the edge. You know, driving. I like to hit 130 kilometers per hour on some days.
You like to feel the fear
Gets
of
the blood
mortality
flowing.
for a bit, don't you? I figure.
I've lived a long time. Mr. Waycrest. Long time. Full life.
At least you got to enjoy
And-
most of your life, as I did without living. Good thing I missed that. That was me not headaching. This was me doing a poor turn and not looking.
True, yes. No, this is the shortcut.
But yes, at least I can remember a time before the great calamity that struck this world. But I'm a man of vision and a man of goal, and I think I'll create something even better. Maybe that's true. I think.
You think that the light is them over there?
I believe so. It must be the school. I'm not. I haven't drove here before. I've only walked. So finding the appropriate
see.
road. I think we're on the back side. Yes, we are on the back side of the school right now. So we'll turn right here. I'd back it up then. There we are. Now,
Neat.
Mr. Leon is a man I respect, so I'd like you to give him your best apology. I know sometimes it's tempting these days, especially the world we live in. I understand the temptation that it is blocked off.
Yes, sir, it is.
Perhaps you have to go around. Come on now. Don't tell me she's stuck. Come on. She seems to be, There we are.
There we Yeah. Good.
Yes. Hopefully this way would be a shortcut around to the actual road, and maybe not
Let's hope that
getting
this
stuck in a
doesn't,
ditch would be unfortunate for us.
it would be. It would be.
Alrighty. There's quite a bit of biters.
Oftentimes I find they're more interested in the vehicle than the person inside it.
Yes. Let's start right here. I guess this is a good spot to park. I'll just back it up a bit. All right here. Hello, Jargon. I can kind of hear you inside the car. Can you perhaps when you open the gate, come and deal with the biter?
How's it going?
Let's go. Good. May I park inside? If that's all right.
Yeah,
Oh, it's in the car.
And there's a biter.
Inside.
There's a biter in my tail as well, so you mind it.
Good.
Wait, how did we not hear a car drive by?
I
And
have no idea.
we've enhanced the
You drive like me. You don't rev the engine.
Maybe he has one of those superchargers I was telling you.
one of my boys has done some work on it to make it a bit quieter. But I believe that's only lasts for some time.
Sounds like you have a friend out there.
Yeah, she's quite the ugly bitch. You may shoot her in the head if you get a chance.
Run him over.
Okay,
Run him
okay.
over.
Yeah,
Waycrest.
I'll take care of it. Just yeah.
Gate's gonna open. Just make sure you're not.
You were talking about me, Mr. Waycrest.
they're far back.
For a
They're
moment.
back.
No, I was talking about the biter.
There you go.
I appreciate it very much.
Oh, there you go.
May I park inside?
Yeah, come in.
Yeah, you're good.
Alrighty. Pardon me, watch out. I don't want to
You're
run
gonna have to
anybody.
drive over the fire though.
Ooh.
So that might be a problem.
It might be fine. It'll probably be fine.
Yes. Oh, quick.
Is
Look, quick.
There we are.
It's a very silent car.
Is that a
Very
Tesla?
quiet.
it's
One of
really
my
quiet.
boys did something to the vehicle, but is Mr. Leon around?
He's
He
asleep.
just went to sleep.
Oh, I'll have my friend here
Yeah.
apologize to you then, because he has something to say. He's done something wrong to you people, and I wanted him to
Oh,
make things right.
Was this the fella? The fella
Hello.
that
Drop
had
a
a bit
leg.
of case of sticky fingers.
Yes.
Yes, I grew up in a rather low-income family establishment, and I let the worst side of me come out in the worst side of the world. I've been doing my best to turn a new leaf to be a good person, and it took a long time, but I got all the way down here from the north to bring the item that was procured from me down here. And I sincerely do apologize to the disrespect that I showed to you and to the establishment that this world has set forth after the apocalypse. It is certainly what we need to rely on in this world. People being trustful.
I mean, you come to your senses, and I suppose you're returning the product that you took.
Yes, I did bring it down to Mr. Waycrest,
Okay.
as it was intended for him.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Good. Nice.
I mean,
Thank you.
I'll let Leon know that you delivered it. Did he deliver it to you, Mr. Waycrest?
Yes, he
Is that
did.
Your establishment now.
Yes, it's all set up, and I did give him a good talking to. The only reason I bring him here for this moment is because he's done me right in the past. This is not the first time I've met Timothy. He's helped me procure a car in the past. Very, very accurate information, and I listened to his apologies, and I think, the world we live in, sometimes people make bad decisions when it comes to thievery because, it's quite the dire world we live in. But I'm quick to forgive a man who's willing to use his words to apologize, because we aren't savages after all. We're trying to make something good here.
Well, I mean, that's definitely a step up from the guy that was here earlier today. So yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yes. Now, if he, unfortunately, Mr. Timothy, I did warn him that I am not a man to be trifled with, of course, but continued mistakes probably won't be so, will be frowned upon in the future, but hopefully Mr. Timothy won't make future mistakes, and I believe he won't. Once you
That is true. It is very true. Do not plan on it.
But this is why I brought him here. I'm glad that you guys have taken his apology so So forward.
Come over here. Get out of the rain.
Yes, it is quite.
It is raining,
Stand by the
yes.
fire.
Now I have some information
Nice.
I'd like to disclose. I'm looking for a man that I would like dead. So if you see this man,
His name isn't Bane by chance, is it?
no. He did stop by. I told him I wouldn't be doing business with him because his own whatever he's doing is his own thing. It's not mine to be dealt with, and I don't want to bring my organization, my business down because it would have been bad for business. Whatever he was looking for. But there's a man who killed one of my security guards recently. He killed my he killed Mr. Wolf,
That's right.
and it was over the radio. He has a I want to say a slightly adolescent voice, but I believe he's an adult. He's got a very smooth voice for a man. He threatened me, and I warned him. I'm not a man to be trifled with, and we have double security in our area. Guards no longer leave in single digits; they now accompany in pairs. And if this man is to be seen, I would like him to be captured. If you don't mind, I don't expect you to do this thing at all, or let me know it at the very least. I would like to interrogate him personally in my personal interrogation room. Nobody steps in my shoes and gets away with it.
Did you catch a name?
I
Do you know
unfortunately
anything about him other than his voice?
he was the brother to my security guard, Mr. Wolf, whose original name is Danny. That is all I know, but I know his voice, and it's a very smooth voice. It's a very recognizable voice. It's not gruff. It's very smooth. It's very boyish, and it's very unique. So he was smart enough not to give us his voice, but he's in the area, and he said he is actively hunting my men now, and he's gonna be actively hunting for me. I don't think these threats very.
He's
Leon did
Is that
bump
the
into
guy
a
with
load
the
of people today that
beige
are
suit?
apparently looking for you in particular.
Is that the guy with the beige suit that was by yesterday?
Did you let the crazy people live last night?
It was none of them. It was none of them, and I did let them live after our interrogations and our information went through. It's none of them. It's a very different individual. It's a different situation altogether. It was a personal thing between Mr. Wolf and his brother, but it has come for me now because Mr. Wolf was employed by me, and he says he looks to find a new leader for my device, and I do not take his threats lightly, and I will expect to strike back as swiftly as a viper does. But I'm looking for him, and it's one man, I believe, one or two men. And they don't realize what they've done. They've gone in and attacked a hornet's nest. I have 8 security men strong, so it's gonna be a manhunt now. But he's in the area of Cherno for sure, so I'd keep your ears peeled just in case you see him. I don't expect you guys to do anything yourselves, but if you do hear him, I would like to be known as soon as possible, and perhaps tell him to go somewhere where we can ambush him, where I can ambush him specifically.
You said he sounded quite adolescent.
Yes, but he's an adult, I believe. I would expect the ranges between 16 and 25. I would assume, but not sure.
You don't think it was that little girl, do you?
No, not at all.
It's the only adolescent voice I've heard recently.
It is definitely a male, and it's the brother to Mr. Danny, who was my security guard, Wolf. So
For radio
Can't say
time.
that.
I'll
Cross
definitely keep an
anybody.
ear out.
It's quite open-ended.
it's all I have to go on so far. But one mistake he did is that he threatened me, and he has a voice that is very recognizable. So I will be finding him eventually, and my guards are keeping a lookout for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he's actively hunting you guys, it shouldn't be that hard.
Yes.
Especially since I'm assuming your place is open tonight for business as normal.
At the moment, it is closed. I have the gates closed. I haven't seen any of my security guards. I assume they're out hunting. We might remain closed until further notice. We might
You
just.
think he's out right now?
It's hard to say.
Going to, if I might
You wanna
make a
try?
suggestion. Have you thought about switching clothes with one of your security guards?
That could be a very good idea as well. What I was thinking was, since he's using guerrilla warfare tactics and looking for the stray stragglers, what I will be doing is I will have one of us. I have a plan for a decoy situation where one of us will be working by himself on the new structures we've built by his lonesome, and we'll have our snipers and other men stationed throughout the area, silently watching through windows until this man chooses to show himself, and then once he appears, he'll be outnumbered greatly.
And how will you be communicating with each other at such a distance?
It will be radio on a determined channel, but I think most of it will be predetermined information. So we'll have eyes on him at a distance with snipers, and then I think the sniper will radio one of us, who will be nearby, ready to dispatch the man. But a lot of us will be in nearby buildings and bunkers. So once we make the move, most of us will see our group advancing upon him.
So speaking of radios,
What you can do.
speaking of radios, does anyone know how this works? And how
Hey.
I know somebody who
remember-
needs that.
Oh
I
yeah?
remember that. Yeah, it was pretty hard to get it going though.
Who was
I don't
that?
know, I can't remember.
Well, yeah. I have
It's
this.
just me.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing.
But hopefully you folks enjoyed the shows last night. I had a lot of fun with the entire fight night. There was a bit of drama, but afterwards there was a bit more fights to be had, and then we closed up shop after that. But yes, those three individuals are unfortunately they're damaged souls done wrong by a cruelty of bad people. Unfortunately. They're misguided. I told them to change their tact, to change their ways, perhaps let go of their look of revenge for the men who've tortured them in the past, but they are unfortunately mentally damaged. But they're innocent at heart, I believe, but they haven't killed anybody just yet, but they're looking for the ones who killed them, but they're doing it all wrong. I told them, following a man in the dark, following a man and child in the dark, is not a good way to approach somebody. Perhaps do it during the day and be a bit more tactful, but they do lack tact. But in the end, after the interrogations, very harsh interrogations, I tell you, we even use a method of taking away the two others and pretending to execute them with gunshots in the distance. And the man surely didn't believe.
That's what the gunshots were. I thought that was you actually executing them.
No, they were. It was a mock to further interrogate, but the man became more emotional, believing his friends were dead, and was saying the same thing over and over. So I believe it to be true. But as the leader seems to have a bit more sense, he's still a bit damaged. But the other two are very lost. One is just a teenager, and the other is a man who he just lacks common sense, and they're definitely pawns or followers of the other man. So they didn't really know why they were following him. They were just told to look for doctors, and they lack the common sense of nighttime and the other threats that lie out there. I reminded them that following somebody in the dark is a dangerous and dumb thing to do, because we live in a world full of cannibals, men who seek to rob and pillage and so on. And I think afterwards they may have gone through to my little
That
bit.
firsthand.
Although this place
I
looks.
told these two that story. I was trapped in a cannibal camp since this whole thing went down. I only got out like 2 weeks ago.
That's unfortunate. I'm glad you made it out alive, hopefully unscathed.
I've got some
Physically,
questions.
maybe.
I'm not from
mentally,
down here. I know there's a man named Mason that everyone seems to get the heebie-jeebies about. Do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard of a Mason before, unfortunately.
I've never heard of a Mason, ever.
See, I think that's the divide between the North folk and the South folk. Got a lot of rumors and folklore that goes around, you know, about. I hear all this stuff about people in Sverograd, and you hear all these people about, you know, guerrilla warfare, adolescent sniper people, you know.
Yes.
Heard something about a war and the Citadel, but that's about it. That's all I've heard.
I think the Citadel has long been wiped, so yeah, that's kind of yesterday's news, I think. I think they went in and killed everyone. Every last one of them.
I can confirm it. I believe I was going to do a trade deal there, and on my way, I I've met some folk telling me what happened there, and it was a lot of smoke and a lot of there's a lot of smoke in that direction. I do believe it's no longer a place of civilization, unfortunately. But one
I
thing
don't know how this kind of thing works in here, but I have to use the restroom. I'm not up to any foul play. Do you have a place that you'd like me to go to use it?
Somewhere
You
in
have
the
a
corner.
bottle. I'm kidding.
Just use,
I don't
you can
have a
use the
bottle,
corner
no.
over there.
Which one?
Around the corner to the left.
All right, thank you.
Yep, right over there.
Yeah, just piss all over Leon's new watchtower. It's fine.
Yes, because he's gonna have to tear it down again.
Yeah.
It's raining.
But,
It's fine.
If you folks were up for some work, I'm looking to hire some construction workers for a bit to get some of our projects done quite quickly. If you'd be willing to, we could figure out a trade deal perhaps for your manpower.
I'll be willing to do some hours in. I mean, I'm going to be passing out soonish, so maybe tomorrow I can drop some logs off outside your house.
Whenever you can, then, because when my security force was around, they did a lot of work, but they wanted to get the walls finished because I have plans for expansion. We're turning the courtyard into a trade hub, and we have a couple of buildings prepared for people to turn into stores or storage units for the stores. And we're going to build kiosks in the middle out of we're going to build like little tower bases, I believe, and make little kiosks. And the idea is,
gives you something to do.
I've learned from the mistakes of the people of Novi, Sabor. They're too open. They have jokes of a checkpoint where people just walk by or walk through without introducing themselves. They can come in from any direction, really. And I believe having a proper checkpoint and proper walls into the trade hub would make things a lot easier, especially when it comes to kicking somebody out. They don't have to leave the gates. And we have quite the space, and we've already got most of the walls up. And we have room for farming and so on. And if you, I know this is a trade hub too, I believe, as Leon told me. If you want to set up your own kiosk, your own store, I believe we could do that. We can arrange it so you can have some trading there as well.
Yeah. Not so much of a trade hub. We do trade, but not, crazily. It's just when people
like
come by and they
the
need
Grand
something.
Scout.
Very good then.
Are you talking about the Sabor, their trade hub?
Novi Sabor, yes.
You know that they're starting up another trade hub in Pavlovo, I believe.
That's the town above, near Chernogorsk. Not Chernogorsk, Zelogorsk.
Yes, down there. Apparently there's a lot of people living over there. Wilson was making the trek on foot today. Wanted to offer him a ride when I crashed my car. It disappeared. I don't know if someone towed it off or went somewhere, but it's no longer with me.
Perhaps I'll drive there in the morning and take a look and see if there's anything already set up. I know Milson was dabbling with the idea of setting up a store in Cherno as well. He's doing a bit of expansion throughout the country.
Wilson's rather like the staple of all trade, it seems, around these parts. He's really, I believe, the only reason that the Starry is existing, really. The administration in that town is absolutely abysmal. I watched the deputy of the town yesterday get punched in the face several times and do nothing. He literally did nothing. He let the guy walk away. Didn't even kick him out. Just absolutely pushovers, all of them.
Unfortunate.
Apparently the sheriff's dead, so...
Well, I can
What about the sheriff?
Apparently he died and got shot or something. Executed.
I haven't heard any of that. Then again,
Yeah,
it seems
the
everyone's always
executed.
asleep. So.
Yeah.
Well, I can assure you that the location of the Den of Vice will be the most reputable trade spot in the country soon. After all, I'm a man of vision, and hopefully I can get some people to start their stores there as well. I do know our security force there is very strong and very well armed, and we don't take kindly to the rascals out there who tend to cause problems for me. I have a reputation to uphold anyways.
If you,
Where's
if you treat your trade hub like you treat your nightclub, then there's definitely going to be no riffraff.
Exactly.
Where's that trade hub you're talking about gonna be?
It's going to be right in front of the Den of Vice. It's going to be one of I'm turning the Den of Vice into a community, I suppose. We'll have the club there. We'll have trading. We'll have security. We'll have all kinds of things.
Was that what all those walls were up there? The new walls for today?
Yes, yes.
I see. I see.
And Jurgen, by the way, I was thinking about your proposal about racing. Perhaps we can start building a track for a bit of a race.
Building a track.
That sounds like fun.
Maybe
Yes,
we can
that
build
would
one.
be very interesting.
Maybe we can use the one in the fields, or perhaps we could do like build a track. There's that soccer field, so we could probably turn into a nice circle track. Perhaps.
I was thinking like a sprint,
Like a long. All right.
high speed.
I'm just trying to think about.
Like a grammar.
I'm trying to think about the viewers though, where they want to pay to watch a race in the stands.
Yes,
and
of course.
there are stands at that soccer field too. So
Yes, I understand.
my only issue though, it is in Cherno and it might attract a lot of biters.
You could, instead of maybe race, you could do demolition derby.
Perhaps.
My body.
Maybe a
that
race,
idea.
maybe a race around Cherno or something.
Yeah.
You can see from the high buildings. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
One thing I've been playing around with as well.
Yes.
I had in my arena, some of you may have seen, we had a bit of a beanbag competition with beanbag rifles, and it was very entertaining to watch. But perhaps I could build a course for these people to have mock battles in.
Have you? Sorry, my mind is all on the race. Have you already set up a track? You said.
Not yet. I'm still working on it. I'm gonna get out of the rain. I think it's starting to hit me a bit.
Yes.
It's
Scooch in.
raining sideways now.
Yes. Maybe Leon should have built a roof instead of that raggedy ass tower.
I mean, I think the rain just comes through the cracks anyway, so...
Yeah. When I woke up again last night, I was wet.
Yeah, you was probably wet through.
Oh, sorry about
sleeping
that.
at Watchtower.
You better not have fucking pissed on me,
Ew.
Jurgen.
You dig.
I have an idea. This is from a place I seen long ago. I saw somebody build a tower in the middle, right next to that what's it called? Like a little awning there with this green star. And you can build a tower right there and get onto the roof quite easily for security. Security could use that to get there quite quickly. It was an interesting build.
That's what Leon's attempting to do with that tower over there, that monstrosity in the corner.
It doesn't seem very stable. It seems like a safety race.
It looks more like a stable, yes.
I fell off it today as well and he broke my legs, so that was fun.
Lucky he wasn't here when you asked about manpower. He would have happily put poles everywhere.
Aye.
Maybe you can put some poles down just for the dancers and stuff.
That'd be a good
Planning on
idea.
dancers.
I do want dancers
Brad is a good
eventually.
dancer.
I want to find some willing females who would like to dance and earn a good.
Oh, females.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, you
Jurgen.
gotta have a girls' night.
What are you doing with your clothes on while dancing like that? You take them off. Let's go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I got some
Yeah,
nails.
I can
Use
get
them as
down with the
singles.
kids.
Let's throw the nails at them.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? You could have girls' night.
Make
I
it
perhaps
come
so.
out. What you just putting there?
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that you just put in your mouth? What was that?
I just
Yeah.
what? It's a thermometer.
Oh, all right.
It's a recreated pipe.
Yes,
What's
Yeah,
it called?
he kind of broke it and turned. Yeah, he smokes it.
I see. That's interesting. I've never seen anyone do that.
It's nice.
Yeah, it makes you feel real good. Hey.
Depends what you put in it, I guess.
Well, of course, Durian, of course.
Oregano isn't very nice.
Did
Hey,
you
you
put
shouldn't-
oregano in?
You shouldn't be smoking a regular.
No, I said it wasn't nice. Why would I put it in if I think it's not nice? Hello. I thought you had the brains.
Nice
Not
but
nice.
Those
nasty.
are fighting words. Those are fighting words.
Again.
Fuck you.
Let's not fight again. That cost me a lot of sewing kits and leather stuff.
Yeah.
Let's leave the fighting to the professionals' establishment.
That or, take your clothes off before you fight.
By the way, Jurgen, that was a very good fight. I haven't had a run for my money in quite some time.
Oh, really?
Yes, everybody's quite new to the boxing scene, so a lot of them go down in a couple of seconds flat. But you and I, we had a good match about a minute or two
A
in.
couple of seconds. Maybe I should fight more. But not you.
Did I give you a good wallop, did I?
I'll race you instead.
Very
see.
good.
We'll see
I might
then.
not be down for the racing, and it's a little bit more dangerous than I'd like to deal with. But I think boxing is starting to become a bit of a. I need to do it a bit less because I am starting to get up there in age, and I don't heal as quickly as a young man does. Not as old as Timothy over there. He's a pile of dust, a pile of ancient bones.
What? Sorry, I was
I know that
falling
feeling.
asleep.
Don't worry, not all people have Viking arms like me.
Maybe
yeah,
you could live
I
here.
think you can
It's
stand
basically an old
another
person's
fight.
home now.
How old are you? Did you say,
You're
Mr.
strong. You're
Mr.
strong
Timothy?
as fuck, and you can take a punch.
What?
That's for sure.
He's 77. I
You'll be
think
good in
he
this.
told me.
Yes, 77. 77. What?
77.
I think you're actually older than Leon. That's impressive.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh. Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. Today's crash kind of shook me up. Kind of aloof. I don't know. I feel loopy. Took a little bit of that codeine, Ooh, a little bit.
Yeah, that's nice. Some nice things. Okay.
Luckily for me, I have strong genes, and I'm a ripe 57. But I'm starting to feel the
You look
effects of
pretty-
age.
And you look pretty strong. Nice fabric. Cover up your boots pretty well.
I meant the genetic sort, Mr. Timothy.
Oh,
Again.
genetics. My bad. Sorry. Every time. Get a little bit confused.
As soon as I hit my 50s, though, I definitely felt the power within me dwindling. The 40s, 30s, 20s were good times, and unfortunately, I'm nearing the 60s now. And old age comes for you with a vengeance. It does.
You could be my son.
I have no intention of joining your ring. I'll probably end up falling apart and breaking to bone dust.
I no worries. I won't force anybody in there, anyways.
Oh, you should have an old person's league. Where you only put like 65 and up.
I'll be broken.
You
That's
get like,
kinda funny.
give us each
That's kinda
sticks.
funny.
Give us each sticks to swing around at each other.
But on a darker
And I
note,
was kind.
on a darker note, though,
What?
if you do have prisoners, I don't mind a bit of blood sport as a punishment for their crimes when it goes loose. To tell the tale of not to mess around this area is something I've been thinking about. So,
You want to grab that one guy that has been messing around with your people? Put him in there.
him, unfortunately, he's gonna be eating a bullet after a bit of interrogation.
It'll be interesting. It'd be interesting if you gave, stack the odds a little bit. Give the kid who killed somebody a stick, and then give somebody else one of
Better
your
get
boys
some
a
more
baseball
flour.
bat. Give him a baseball bat, and then throw them both in.
That's up to them
And
for that.
he does.
I'm saying two prisoners
Yeah.
fight to the death, and then they know and then the survivor can relay the law of the land to anybody who wishes to cause trouble within my territory again.
I see, I see.
I find that
I have a nice idea.
Look, Lucas, I'm very
If it's a
appreciative
deadly
of you
fight.
bringing me here, man. Thank you for bringing me here to make amends. I appreciate it very much from Mr. Waycrest. As he goes out to get his firewood, I think I'm going to be on my way. Take home.
No worries, Mr. Timothy. I'm glad that you were able to reconcile your poor choices. And it's not very many
Thank you
people
so
can do
much.
that, so you have my respect. But you also have my, you know, I worry. Just stay clean, keep your nose clean. I don't want you falling
Will
into the same
do,
again.
except for the codeine.
Hey,
That's right.
Yeah.
I think I'll be driving home myself as
What's your
well.
legs?
I wanted to get
Which
the
way out?
red daylight.
So no
What's
fights
Waycrest
tonight.
heading home?
Not that I can think of.
No, he's not yet. Oh, maybe he is. Perhaps. I don't know.
So fights is on next weekend then.
Next Friday, yes. I think we might be doing it Fridays only, considering the situation we had.
I see.
Also, we have to scavenge up a bunch of more alcohol.
Commodity.
Want to jump out over here?
Kerfuffle.
You can try, just be careful with your legs.
I've lived for 77 years and we die today.
I can hit the gates again, please.
Just watch out, I'm gonna indicate.
Hey,
One
they
second.
locked in.
One
Oh,
second.
there you go.
Right, oh, there's some barbed wire. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh no.
Oh, you didn't just fall down there, did you? Jorgen, get the
I'll
car
help
before
him.
we throw down the thing.
No, it's fine. I'll figure a way down.
No,
Fine.
you have to use the car door. but
Why
it's
is
on
this
this-
here?
Oh.
Who made this?
Jorgen's coming with a car door.
I've already tried that out. I found a solution very quick.
What do you mean he put a car door? What do you mean?
He's gonna
Here.
slide a car door underneath the banister here, and you're gonna
Yeah,
use
here.
it to get out.
You're gonna get up.
Try and reach it. Can you reach it?
I got it.
And
Now
climb
what?
on it. Climb on it.
And you gotta climb up the car door.
Like that? What the heck? How the... what is it? What kind of sorcery? I'm too heavy for this. Oh no. This is malarkey.
Oh no.
I know a lot of riddles.
What is your
I can let people...
What is your will, by the way?
What?
I'm
What's
kidding.
my will? Oh,
I'm kidding.
Try again.
Sure again.
Give me-
Only I
give me
had
grab the
anything
car
to
door
give.
and I'll bring-
Let's see,
bring it back up again.
Alright. Yeah. Well, the thing is I can't jump,
Jump.
right now because of how heavy I am. Let me,
Maybe,
put this bad boy-
Dude, pass your bag up to me.
Take it.
Alright. Now, can I jump
Yeah.
now? Okay, I can jump now. Maybe grab it again? Again. Drop
Do
again?
it.
Okay.
Yes.
How did
Fine.
it hurt?
Maybe look
Don't be
this way when you
unfortunate.
drop.
Good.
Look behind you when you do it.
Look behind me and then look
Yeah,
upwards.
so that pit,
Put-
that
put
pit
it
Who
up.
the car
made
door
this?
up.
Who made this?
That'd be
I blame
Leon.
them. Leon, he made it
So-
because
right,
he knew
so
I'd be
what,
here.
turn around.
Alright.
Okay, now put the car door down.
Oh, Miguel, it's on for 641.
You might want to
and
open
then
the gate
face
for
me
a
and then try and
Waycrest
climb up.
instead.
What in the world?
Hold on.
Yeah, you might
can
want to
unlock
open
the
the gate
gate.
for him.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Wait,
put
the
his
gate?
back here.
Is there a gate that can
Yes.
open this whole time?
Yeah, I'm gonna just hold on to his back. For now.
No, like the gate.
You
for-
might
Sorry,
want
Waycrest,
to
he's
attach
kind
a
of,
wire to this one.
Stuck.
I know,
Yes,
worries,
wait,
no
wait,
worries.
wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god, this is so ridiculous.
Sorry. I already tried that out. I told them to put the sandbag there.
Sandbag?
I have my hazards on just in case.
Oh. God. Do you
Yes.
think this would happen
Look
this
this
week?
way.
Leon
maybe.
really needs to fix that.
Oh, it worked!
There you
Come
go.
up.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, now you're on your head. I'm on your head.
There you go.
It's no worries. I'm strong. I'm a Viking.
I see this.
There's a dead walker out here, and I didn't kill it.
That's the one that we
He
parked.
ran it over
no,
before.
Brad did. It was Brad.
Take it easy, Mr.
Yeah,
Waycrest.
don't worry about it.
Nice to meet you again.
Take care, Jurgen.
Have a good night and day, everyone. I hope it treats you well.
Yeah, you guys take care. Be safe.
Pardon me.
Oh.
Take care.
Farewell,
Bye.
Waycrest. Drive safe.
Bye.
It's getting bright.